Welcome to the channel. We're going to peek through the blinds of the person on your mind. If you're new here, I'm Melissa. I like to be a fly on the wall. I like to buzz through the blinds of the person on my mind. And right now I want to try to tune in to your ex. So if you just went through a breakup and you want to see what's going on with your ex, how they're feeling about you, the breakup, then I guess, stick around. If you don't resonate with this reading, check out my playlist. I have a bunch of them. You might find your reading there. Readings are timeless. You find them when you're meant to. But let's see if we can tune in. See if we can peek through the blinds of the person that you're thinking about. Show me the ex. Who we peeking in? Oh, okay. Alright. Let's see what came out here. A 7 of Cups. A Page of Wands. A 6 of Swords. The Hangman. The 8 of Wands. The 8 of Pentacles. The Chariot. The 3 of Pentacles. The 5... Oh, sorry. Yeah, the 5 of Pentacles. And it's ending with a Page of Cups. This goof. Justice on the bottom. An 8 of Cups. And a 2 of Pentacles. Alright, well, when I look at this bottom, possible Libra energy here, the Justice card. This Justice card, in this deck specifically, just always makes me feel like the person, either the energy we're peeking in on, or you, person tuning in, who might resonate with us. Someone was looking at the choices that they had made up to this point, and how their choices now were going to affect their future. And that is part of why this energy walked away, or why there was a breakup, okay? Whoever decided, unless it was mutual. Because the 8 of Cups is about an energy that's walking away. Sometimes we see it in reverse, we say they're coming back. But either way, usually the person that's walking away, they don't really want to go. There's things and feel like the cups are usually standing. There's still emotion, feelings there, but the person, they feel like they have to walk away. That's, like the head over heart choice. And I would say with this 2 of Pentacles being here, this person was very back and forth about it. So I don't know if you're the one who decided ultimately that the relationship should end, if this person didn't really want to walk away, or if you're resonating with that. But let's see what's here. I feel like you might resonate with this reading if this 7 of Cups, because it's here next to this Page of Wands, and then I see a 6 of Swords there, it makes me feel like one of you, if not both of you, had just gotten out of connections with other people. That it was something like it happened fast. I don't know if for one or both of you it was supposed to be like a casual thing, or maybe a one-time thing, but turned into more. Because I'm just feeling the 7 of Cups is all about choices. This person is like unsure of what they want to do, who they want to be with. This energy is like, for me, a free spirit, very much in the moment. They're not thinking about the past or the future. They're in the moment. And the 6 of Swords is an energy that's like escaping to a better day. Something better. One or both of you could have been in a connection right before this one where you felt that like it wasn't going anywhere. Or you may have lost that spark. Okay? And I could do a whole video on the spark. the highs and lows. But then we go here to this Hangman, 8 of Wands to this 8 of Pentacles, which makes me feel like this person, possible Pisces energy here with this Hangman, but this was someone that was not comfortable. This was someone who was like, they weren't sure where they were heading in life, like the bigger picture of what they wanted. Not just, you know, from a connection or like in their life career-wise, but figuring out who they are, kind of. And I'm just feeling this, that this person really longed, they desired to have some sort of comfort, to be comfortable. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know how that resonates with you, if it does, but... And then, this 8 of Wands, this is like the words, the actions. And this 8 of Pentacles, like the work. The work that we've already put into something. And we're going to like this Chariot, Cancer energy, to this 3 of Pentacles, to this 5 of Pentacles. So, feeling like this energy may have felt that with their connection with you, that they found some sort of comfort. Just feeling like this person felt like the connection was, like it didn't take a lot of work to connect, all right, with you. That was very fluid and, I would say, quick. You may have met this person working, like literally at a job or something. With this 3 of Pentacles being here, and also this 8. This Chariot, they're just moving very, very fast. And this 5 of Pentacles, it's almost like this person felt that you were gonna, like, being with you was very comfortable, it was easy, fluid. And this person may have felt like that they were enough. This card makes me sometimes feel like depressed, like the person is depressed. So I don't know if this energy deals with like serious depression in general, but I'm feeling like this is here because this person felt like it was easy to get along with you, and may have even felt that you took them out of a place where they felt alone. Now, this Page of Cups, he's kind of a goof. Like, his head, I always describe him like his head's in the clouds, his feet in on the ground. A little too daydreamy. So, I would say ultimately, this energy has trouble choosing, and they're a little, I would call them like a goof, like in respect to relationships, specifically, lacking maturity, okay? So if you're resonating so far, I want to ask, what did this person feel about you while you were in the connection? Like, what were their intentions? Did they have intentions? The Hierophant. So, the Hierophant, This is Taurus energy. This is the person that sometimes we look, this can represent an actual person that guides us on a higher path. So this person could have looked at you as someone that they could learn from, that could guide them. If it isn't saying that, like if you don't resonate with that at all, then this person thought about having a more traditional, like their intentions were to have a more traditional connection. The wheel is on the bottom, the 8 of Swords, and again, Justice. The wheel, it spins, it turns, we can't control it. Sometimes this has to do with like fate, destiny. So this person could have been leaving certain things to destiny. That thing I felt about the spark. So there could have been this like intense, especially with this here, this intense feeling of connecting, of fluidity, like it being so easy. But for every high, there's a low. This energy might not understand that. Or see, you know, a lot of people don't understand that in connections. Like, you shouldn't stay in the connection if it's bad. But sometimes people lose that spark and they think the love is gone. But love should be calm. So, this person could have been used to, like, chaos. With this 8 of Swords being here. There could be certain behaviors that this person has been holding on to that they can't let go of. And I almost just lost my voice. So this could be something that either they had trouble talking about or they didn't discuss at all. Something that keeps them from being balanced, being a balanced energy and seeing things clearly. Leaving too many things to fate. Okay? But this is telling me that this person, like I said, unless you are like a yoga teacher or someone, like a spiritual, someone that guides people on a path, I'm feeling, you know, this person did think about, and their intentions at one point were to have a serious connection, possibly to be married. They may have thought about that with you, like what that would be like. So, ultimately then, why is this connection over? Because, when I started this, I really wasn't clear. I couldn't clearly see if it was this person or you. With that 8 of Cups, I felt like this person felt like maybe they felt like they had to leave. So, why, did you guys break up? That's too many, I feel. Just the gist of it. Why did this couple break up? King of Cups. So, this is saying one of two things. That the energy is either too emotional. So someone in the connection felt the other person was too emotional, couldn't handle their emotions properly. Maybe in moments where, you know, the one energy wants to talk, the other person takes it to that next level because they emotionally can't contain themselves, all right? That's what I just heard. If it's not saying that, for some of you, this could represent that someone was drinking too much, indulging, if not in alcohol, in other things. If it's not saying that, then on the flip side, it could be that someone wasn't emotional enough, wasn't at all expressing any sort of emotions. Now, on the bottom, I see a 6 of Pentacles, a Knight of Pentacles, and a 4 of Wands. Alright, so this would say to me, this is what I'm feeling, immediately what I felt, that someone feels like they gave more than the other person, or someone was expecting something. I heard that word, like, I expect something. There's nothing wrong with the Knight of Pentacles. Of all the knights, he's supposed to be the most virtuous. But they're slow. sometimes I see, just, I don't know why, but in this deck, and this card specifically, I sometimes see these pentacles as like breadcrumbs. So I don't know if someone felt like they were being breadcrumbed about becoming engaged or moving in together. So, however you're resonating, I don't know, you know, how you resonate with this is gonna kind of make, you know, change or depend, like either someone presented it like they wanted to take the relationship to a more serious place, but then was either breadcrumbing and didn't, you know, made the other person wait forever, where the other person felt like they're giving, and they're waiting, and it's like, instead of moving in together, we're just going to a festival and buying t-shirts or something. Alright, if you are resonating so far, let me ask, what is this person feeling now about you and, you know, everything that's happened between you guys? So how does this energy feel now about my person that's tuning in, that might be resonating? How do they feel about the fact that this connection is ended? They might be a little obsessed thinking about it, thinking about the love that you shared and could have had, the love that could have been built. They might feel like a fool. I was going to say an idiot. Alright. Alright, show me what this energy is feeling and thinking about. A lot. Alright. So, just looking at the bottom, they probably feel like, you know, they were thinking too much with the little head, not the big head. I don't care what's between their legs. You know what I'm saying? They weren't thinking right. Thinking about how they didn't take seriously what this meant, this Four of Wands. Because it doesn't just mean a possible engagement or living together. It represents the balanced connection. The Empress. They might feel like you or they could have been the mother of future children, or they could be thinking about how nurturing you were, or how they felt like they could be their true self in this connection at some point, at one point. Five of Cup, Six of Wand, Four of Sword, Six of Cup, Two of Sword, the Six of Sword, the High Priestess, the Two of Pentacle again, the Nine, and it's ending with the Tower. So depending on how you resonate with this reading, this is how this energy feels about you or themselves. So this person feels like they cried over the spilled milk kind of thing now. Like, the Five of Cups represents a person that is focused on what they don't have instead of what they do have. But sometimes in this card specifically, because of the art, this person is spilling out the cup. So, I don't know, sometimes I just feel like the energy it's representing feels like almost like they did this to themselves. The Six of Wands, this is a person that is being celebrated for their accomplishments, but it's between this Five of Cup and this Four of Sword. So this person, I would say, feels like they've been through something, and they're resting. They're probably not talking. They're thinking about how they got to this place. And with the Six of Wands being between these two cards, it's just making me feel like this person feels like they kind of, like they blew it. They didn't appreciate what they had, or see what they had when they had it, kind of thing. Six of Cups. So Six of Cups overall. This could be, sometimes it represents that we've known this person since we were younger, like you from the same neighborhood or something. If not that you created memories together that this energy values and thinks about. That sometimes because of the dog here, sometimes I make a joke, or I do feel like the person would rather get a dog than be in a relationship, or they feel that about you, you know? Sometimes I look at it like the loyalty. Like there was a certain amount of loyalty that was expected that wasn't there or something, you know? But it's about that feeling. So this person, and sometimes it represents that, you know, a soulmate. So this person could feel like you are their soulmate, a soulmate. If you watch my readings, you know how I feel about soulmates. So this Two of Swords, this is someone that has closed off their heart and blindfolded themselves and doesn't want to face a certain truth within. And the Six of Swords, escaping, and we saw this before, right? So it's like the person is escaping to what they hope is a better day. Feeling like maybe this energy, they feel this or they feel this about you, that someone wasn't valuing or recognizing what this Six of Cups, like maybe one energy for some of you did not feel the same intensity or the Six of Cups connection as the other person did. Or if you both recognized or felt that one of you was closed off, wasn't allowing themselves to be open, and like either push the other person away to actually someone, this isn't for all of you, it's very specific, but I just felt it. One of you could have had an opportunity, whether it was a job opportunity, or if someone was living somewhere and they had to move, and it was like at one point it might have been discussed or just assumed with that Hierophant and the cards we saw before that you guys were like gonna move in together. But then because the one person didn't take that step or whatever, the other one felt like I felt before with that Eight of Cups, like they had to leave. They maybe didn't have a choice. That's not for everyone, alright? It's ending here with the High Priestess, the Two of Pentacles again, to this Nine of Pentacles. So someone could have felt like the High Priestess is, it's a few things. One, it's like someone either not trusting their intuition, because this Two of Pentacles being here, going back and forth, because being scared to lose their independence. For some of you, there could have been an issue about money. I don't know if one person has or had more money than the other, and if someone maybe thought or was worried that they would have to financially support the other person. That's very specific, not for everyone. For most of you that are resonating, I feel like it has more to do with a person's independence. Actually, you know, like feeling something inside, not letting them release or be able to fully let go of whatever this represents for them, this Nine of Pentacles. And it's ending with the Tower. So, if you watch my readings, when I use this deck and I get this Tower card, I usually say, it makes me feel like very strongly that the person it's representing feels like they can't help what has happened, or specifically with the situation, like they couldn't help what has happened. That they can't help who they are. For some of you, this could have to do with someone moving back to their family, like their old neighborhood, or something with their family specifically, because I do link this specific Tower card with this person's roots, like, because in this card it's a tree, and I feel I don't know, I feel really strongly about this Tower card in this deck. Just that, you know, the acorn lands where it lands in the forest, and it can't help where it roots and grows. So there's something to that for this energy. If it's not connected to their, you know, extended family, it's about them specifically, or them feeling about you, that there's something about this energy or you that they feel they cannot help. Like, we cannot help where the tree roots. I cannot control the lightning that comes in and, you know, whatever. So for some of you, there was something outside of both of you, whether it was what I just mentioned, about the moving, the living situation, or something to that effect. This lightning is really standing out to me. It doesn't always, and it's making me feel heavy, that this energy feels something outside of the connection, something outside of the control of both of you, is ultimately responsible for this. And that's what I'm seeing there, guys. If you do resonate that deeply, I usually say to find someone you trust or contact me and get a personal reading. But that's what I'm seeing there. To support what I do here, you can like the video, subscribe if you're not already. If you want to donate to me, you can buy me a coffee. If you want a personal reading, send me an email. That info's in my description. If you guys have requests of specific types of zodiac readings you want to see, leave it in the comments and let me know. But that's what I'm seeing here, guys. Yeah, I'm not going to ask, like, more questions, like if the person's coming back and stuff, because this is about an ex. So if you guys do want me to ask more about your ex, leave it in the comments and let me know. Or contact me for a personal. Alright, guys, I love you, and I'll see you next time.